It'll feature Rolando Reyes. He's a young guy, 24 years of age, out of Oxnard, which is fast becoming the boxing capital of Southern California. And he's in against Omar Bernal, who's only 2 years older at 26. Both men with fine records. Bernal's 125, Reyes is 118. And there you're looking at Reyes as he comes out of his dressing room. Young guy from Oxnard, very fine fighter, El Pochito, and looking to win his 19th and improve his career and impress the people at Top Rank that he ought to be battling somebody in that lightweight division for a title shot.
Well, this is a guy who kind of utilizes, you know, Shane Mosley talks about power boxing, and this is what Reyes likes to do. He's a good technical boxer, but he likes to get on top of you, and if he can, he'll try to finish you off. He'll fight at long range, but he'll fight at long range with power. There you saw him against Julian Romero. And as you can see, this is a guy who has a finishing ability. Now, against Pedro Garcia, this was earlier this year. Again, same situation from long range, lots of power, and this kid has got it going.
But he does certainly recognize when he's got you hurt, because he's all over you like white on rice, no question about it. Here he is now at the top of the ramp, getting ready to come down on center stage. Rolando Reyes, young man from Oxnard, 24 years of age. He's won 11 straight. 8 of the 11 victories have come via the knockout route. Making his way down. Nice, bright kid, good to talk to. Got a couple of children, a couple of girls. Has a nice work ethic. He's in the gym all the time. And you can see Aguinaga right there behind him, his stablemate, walking down the ramp with him. They're all in this together, they tell you. Right, Fernando?
That's right. Well, you're talking about the Oxnard connection, but you know that most of the fighters that are right now on top, including both of these fighters, their parents come from the state of Michoacan. So there's a little bit of a second connection out in Oxnard. It's pretty much Fernando Vargas is from the same state. Robert Garcia was from the same state. So it's a secondary connection behind Oxnard.
Fernando trying to make up.
I'm making up for that.
Well, good luck, Fernando.
Well, I'm from Michoacan also, so I got to make up for them.
Reyes in the ring and dancing about. He's making a debut in a 10-round fight.
By the way, he is not, and nor is Aguinaga at the La Colonia gym, although they were there, I guess, earlier.
And they've left him. When I asked him why they moved, there was kind of just silence. No one wanted to talk about it.
Eviction, maybe?
Omar Bernal, former Mexican lightweight champion with a nice record. 25-2, 2 knockouts, 18 by way of KO. And as Rich and I and Fernando were telling you earlier, this guy against Chico Castillo was down 3 times in the 3rd round, got off the deck, said he just refused to stay down, and won the fight in round number 4. Lupe Contreras is in the ring. The fighters are there. Lupe, the introductions, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim, Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, in association with the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim, KCAL9 Sports presents Fight Night Live. This is the main event of the evening, scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing in the lightweight division. The judges scoring this bout are Chuck Hassett, Fritz Werner, and Lou Filippo. The third man in the ring and referee is Jack Reese. And in the red corner, he steps into the ring wearing the black trunks trimmed in gold and weighing in at an official 136 pounds. On the professional level, he maintains a record consisting of 25 victories, along with 2 defeats, 2 draws, and 18 of his victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico, Omar Pistolas Bernal. His opponent across the ring in the blue corner. He steps in wearing the white trunks trimmed in gold and weighing in at 134 1/2 pounds. As a professional, he maintains a record consisting of 18 victories, 2 defeats, 2 draws, and 12 of his victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Oxnard, California, Rolando El Pochito Reyes.
the crowd warming up to this battle now. There's a lot of people from Oxnard who've come down to watch Aguiniga, and now to watch Reyes in action.
The trunks are a little high. This is a fair blow. Anything up here is fair, okay? Listen, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Good luck to both of you.
Referee is Jack Reese. I'll remind you now as we look at the tail of the tape, Reyes is 2 years younger than Bernal. They're both about the same in height. And in the weight department, a pound-and-a-half advantage to Bernal at the weigh-in. He's got a 2-inch pull in the reach department. The rules for the state of California, 3 knockdown rule not in effect. No standing 8 count. Can be saved by the bell in the last round. Doctor or referee can stop the fight. If there's an accidental foul duly noted, they'll go to the scorecards after the 4th round. Set to go for round 1. It is scheduled for 10, and out they come ready to do battle.
In the last fight that Bernal had, he fought a fight that he was not supposed to win, Doran Spivey. And Spivey, they were trying to get him into position for a world title fight. But Bernal went out, he took command immediately and dominated the fight. Now, he was fighting a much shorter man in that fight. That won't be the case here tonight.
No, although as they stand there, he almost looks a little bit taller than Reyes, but I think they're both in about 5'10". While you're watching these two guys in the exploratory, let me see what you look like first round. Let me take a moment to congratulate our producer-director, Susan Stratton, and I guess all of us here as well, in winning still another Emmy for Fight Night on KCAL. But Susan, of course, had ambivalent feelings because she was in contention against herself as promoter, as producer and director of Laker Telecast.
I was rooting against her in that
she was in a win-win situation. Incidentally, the spot on my mantle is still available to put my Emmy, and I know you too, Fernando.
That was like a Dan King promotion. Both fighters belong to it.
But congratulations, Susan. I think people realize what a truly outstanding job you do and what a pleasure it is to work for you and the other talented people in the truck. Enough of that then. Here we go. We're in round number 1. And you notice pistolas on the trunks, all in black with a little gold trim for Omar Bernal. And that goes back to when he was a kid, first started out, Fernando.
That means guns.
Yep.
You know, this fight, as I see it, has, I wouldn't be surprised at all if there was an upset on this, because this guy is a good fighter.
Yes, he is a good fighter. We've talked so much about Reyes, and he took a pretty good right hand as he was bouncing back into the rope.
I think Reyes might be a bit nervous and might have a little case of the jitters here. He knows how important this fight is. That's how everybody's been talking to him, including Fernando with his pre-fight interview with him tonight. And we had a microphone back in their dressing room, and I could hear what was being said before he came out. They were telling him there's going to be a lot of people out there. Don't pay any attention to that. You know, don't pay attention to that. Just go out there, pay attention to the fight. And so that makes me think that Reyes is just, you know, a little bit worried, or at least wary about this fight and what it means to him.
You know, Omar is very sure of himself. He says, I had better opposition. I have the advantage physically. I think I even punch harder. So I think he's right in there confidence-wise.
You know, he started back a long time ago, and he was 19-0. Bernal was in his first 4 years as a fighter. So this guy has got some smarts, he's got some power, and he's got more than just a little ability. Round 2 coming up in a moment. Fight Night on KCAL. Round 2, our main event, scheduled for 10. These are lightweights. Rolando Reyes in the white, trimmed in burgundy, and in the black trunks, Omar Bernal. We are joined here at ringside by the talented champion, IBF lightweight champ, who will be defending his title on October the 4th at Staples Center, and he's in against Stevie Forbes. We're talking about famous Hernandez. Carlos, how are you, baby?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. I'm enjoying the fight here and having a good time with the fans.
We anticipate that this is going to be a pretty good fight, Carlos. A lot on the table at stake for Reyes, and he's in against Bernal, who we think is a very tough customer.
Yeah, he's a good guy who just came from a good win with what's his name, Chicho Castillo.
Oh yeah.
So
about that.
I mean, he's not a pushover. He's a real tough guy, but I see Rolando pulling off this win.
Well, as we watch it here, and Bernal landing some nice combinations, driving Reyes back into the corner above us, you finally got Forbes to make 130. Is that right?
Well, you know, we still have 2 weeks, so I think he's going to have to start trying to make weight if he's not close to the weight. But I believe he's going to make the weight.
Well, it'll be great. I know you've waited a long time to officially get in there. You are the 130-pound champ, and really make it a unanimous thing. And I wish you the best of luck. What do you, Rich? Bernal's doing a pretty good job here.
Yeah, well, there's, you know, I think that first round was kind of a study hall for both guys, and now they're beginning to mix it up. And I think any pre-fight jitters that Reyes may have had now probably are starting to disappear at this point. Now that he's, you know, mixing it up just a little.
He's still getting the worst of it, though.
Yes, he is. Famous Hernandez is in what I consider the most competitive division of all. I think it's the most intriguing division of all because not only do we have Carlos and Stevie Forbes, but you've got Acelino Freitas, you've got Casamayor and Corrales. Now you've got Eric Morales stepping into the 130-pound mix. Jesus Chavez. I mean, it's hard. You know, really, I asked some people, how would you rank these guys 1 to 7? You know, and it's a difficult situation. But Carlos, it looks like the whole world is open to you there as far as, you know, what you can accomplish just within your own division.
Yes, most definitely. That's why I'm taking this fight serious. Well, I try to take every fight serious, and Steve Forbes is in my way for something very big in the future.
You were running down the names of all those guys at 130 pounds, and I was trying to remember when I weighed 130 pounds. I must have been about 8 years old. My God. All right, Reyes pressing the attack, and Bernal comes right back and drives him into the rope. Good right hand by Bernal. This is going to be a slugfest. This one, boys and girls. Round 2 coming to a dramatic close. We'll be back with more from the pond.
How does the
Action heated up big time in round number 2. These two really were exchanging with power shots. Bernal on the offense right here, moving in and chasing Reyes into the corner. But Reyes was going to have none of that because he came back later on in the round and had his own big moments. But nonetheless, you know something, Tom? The people at Top Rank were so excited about this fight for the last month. I've been getting calls from Ricardo Jimenez and Lee Samuels, Bill Kaplan. They were all saying this is going to be a fantastic main event. It's going to, and I don't doubt that it's going to be.
I couldn't agree more. And I want to remind the folks looking in that both of these guys are not only good fighters, but they are tough people. And for one to extend his will over the other is going to take some doing. When you think back, of course, to when this kid Bernal knocked down 3 times, gets up to win a fight against Castillo.
And if you look at him, look at the shape that they're in.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Good left hand by Bernal. Back with a good right hand to the body is Reyes. These two guys are exchanging some power shots. Nobody's backing down in there, Carlos.
Oh, this is a slugfest here. The fans are enjoying.
Good fight. As expected.
Is it more enjoyable when you're really mixing it up, you think, rather than fighting one of those clutch and box fights?
Oh, definitely.
Get in there and punch it out.
Definitely.
I think it's more enjoyable watching it from here.
Yeah, I think so.
But I'm looking from a fighter standpoint. Would you rather punch it out with a guy?
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't want a guy to keep running away from me and giving me moves. I'd rather him stay there so we could trade blows.
I would imagine that a lot of that is based on the first one you take from him, and if it jars you a little bit, you say to yourself, I don't think I want this guy to nail me again.
Yeah, exactly.
So exchanging power shots with a guy, I'm sure, is based on how hard can this baby hit.
No, but that's what's so beautiful about boxing. I mean, you have the art, you have the science, and I mean, there's like De La Hoya, I mean, who boxes beautifully, and I mean, maybe he didn't do it as well when he fought Shane, but I thought he did.
Good, great.
I've got to remind our folks looking in as you watch Bernal and Reyes here in round number 3 that Carlos Famous Hernandez has been visiting with us. He's the IBF lightweight champion, puts his title on the line against Stevie Forbes.
And he's going to be a daddy pretty soon.
Yes, he is indeed. Congratulations, Carlos. That's wonderful. And the fight will be October the 4th at Staples Center. Champ, we wish you the best. You're a delightful, good young guy. We hope you have a great defense on the floor.
Thank you very much. much. And yeah, I'm just inviting everybody to go to the 4th at Staples Center.
Wonderful. Bernal with a very good
Step back,
final
please.
8 or 9 seconds here in this, the 3rd round. This is scheduled for 10. We'll be back.
Tempo.